Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Noct and this is Vampyr. So, time to finish this. This is the last episode. And we need to reach Harriet.
There's one of them! Watch yourself! Murdering bastard! Snap it, leech!
Okay, easy enough. Anything? I don't even know why I picked it up. It's not like I would come back. Okay, so I need to go here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Okay, straight. I mean, it's not that far. Now that I think about it. Okay, this is good so far.
Londoners are no match for me!
Easy. If I go this way, then I can go here, I guess, and go to docks that way. Okay. I definitely like this idea. Oh. I didn't expect these guys to be a normal enemy now. London really went to shit.
Respect the laws!
It's locked.
Okay, my plan already collapsed. Right in front of my eyes. Need to go back to Pembroke then. Hello, bye.
Back in the grave, you!
Bye as well. Whoa. Careful, you might hurt someone. I'm contemplating if I should cut out or at least speed up this whole running around process. But oh, I accidentally logged on Milton. Good old Grumpy Milton.
This is no place for you, sir. I said...
Okay, so I can go. I don't know if I unlock that place or not, or if I will need to. So I'm gonna go from here.
Go back home! Burn it, boys! I'll send you there.
You missed!
Look at it! Vicious bugger! You! Remember your This is Ascalon's domain. Prepare to endure. This one's mine!
Ascalon can suck my ass. Uh-oh.
Hans meeting. You again. What do you want?
Have you heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter?
That bastard's become something of a holy man these days. And someone should remind him who really rules the docks.
Do you need medic?
Yeah,
So you...
fair enough.
Goodbye.
Okay. Wanted to hand out medicine.
Good evening.
Hello again, Doc.
Have you got any news about Sean?
As long as he keeps on helping the poor.
Goodbye, Miss.
How is this district? If I would kill Edwina, that might be a problem. Actually,
Good evening.
Hello.
gonna do something risky. Fuck. No. Did not want to release her.
Good evening.
Hello.
I wanna kill her because she is a cold-blooded murderer. I wanna clean up the Red Boot boys. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't wanna risk the discus in the end. So I'm just gonna give her medicine. So far, none of the discs collapsed
Good
under
evening.
me.
Can I... Goodbye.
Okay. So I can go to the docks from here if I remember right, yep.
Show me your power.
There's my power. Power of dodge. Can I go this way? No. I have to fight these guys. There's no choice. Easy enough. Hey Sean, I wanna talk with you. I'm already here.
Welcome back to my humble shelter, Dr. Reed. Are you here to subdue me again?
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel alright. Why'd you ask?
Are you still feeding on corpses?
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink has provided me eternal satisfaction.
That was the goal.
How is the sanitary situation in this part of town?
Corpses are piling up, Dr. Reed. It's good news for the ever-hungry immortal half of my flock, but it's a catastrophe for those who are still alive.
How are things in your shelter? Between the mortals and the immortals, I mean.
I have no news of the Paxton sisters, Lottie and Giselle. They would have told me if they'd found another place to sleep.
Both of them are gone.
That's what worries me. They hardly spend a day without arguing, but they could not stand to be separated. If something bad happened to one, then they must both be in deep trouble.
Oh. Oh.
Would you let me listen to your chest, Sean?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that, for I feel better now. But it was quite an unpleasant experience.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
Okay.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking her to Old Bridget?
No, she is with the sewer skulls now. I don't go downstairs.
But why did she fake her own death? There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients, too.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled before getting caught.
What happened then?
We ran here through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her. But I saw nobody.
Farewell, Sean. Take good care of your flock, and of yourself.
I feel like if I would have let him be a skull, he would have murdered someone. He would have just started feeding on the people who came for him. Came to him for help.
I'm doing it's locked, all right.
Okay, I'm here. Oh, Harriet, you old hag. I'm sure I need to kill you. What's this? Can't use it.
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
Skull on.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Or maybe Harriet killed everyone. That could be the case. Oh, more blood. Oh.
Where is Old Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive.
I'm unsure about that. William?
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical thread.
Speak to me of this ancient thread.
The blood of hate, vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Makes sense, yeah?
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
Okay, I did not expect that.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
No, it's not William Marshall. Or what's his name?
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
This was weird. So this goddess of hate reincarnated in Harriet, I guess.
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance.
I wonder how many times did it reincarnate then? Already. Whoa.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars! All of you! My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature? Poor baby! Where is she now?
This is too easy. Oh, this is too easy. Something thinks. Fuck. This is way too easy. I'm overlooking something, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, really? In the last hit? Because I got greedy. Yeah, I really found myself over here. Shouldn't have been greedy. I feel like that after I manage to kill her, she will just go into phase 2. Either that or the final boss is relatively easy. Oh, her poison is really big. Okay. Break out, yes, yes. I did not get bullets. Can I actually have some unlock some serums? Oh yeah, there. There. Oh.
Is this a dream? Awake? Is this anger I feel? Is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
I fucking know it. This is the real boss fight, yeah.
Feed your mother, child.
Oh no 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 no! I hate bosses. What someone hell. Okay, so she kills them. That's good. Oh.
Such innocence, such guilt.
Okay.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
Now I just need to wait. Good. What is that? Oh, phase 2.
Feed your mother, child. Let the girl.
What are you doing? I need to let my stamina regenerate now.
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
I can't get greedy. Yeah, this will be the leap. Okay, this is fine.
Do you think your champion defeated me, my child?
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
This was weird.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget, what are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suascal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suascals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's all over now. The epidemic has been stopped.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Whoa! This place is beautiful.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Chapter 7 has carrier. Oh. Hello?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother. My dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
In their leader, you now have a spy behind enemy lines. By guiding your progeny, you may yet protect your immortal friends for some time to come. If you dare.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
What?
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
So that is all we are to you? Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil?
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
Speak clearly then. And answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
I'm really confused. Did he mean sons because I have William's blood in me now? Or did he mean that William is actually here? Huh.
It's locked, all right.
The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
But yeah, it seems like I might need to kill Ashbury. He might be the last threat. Maybe that's what he meant. It's only up to me if the epidemic is defeated. Whoa. It's so crazy to kinda see the sun as a vampire.
It's locked, all right.
The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors.
For fuck's sake.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
Or letter. London, 4 August 1865. Dear Lady Ashbury, thank you for your recent letter and all good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky. Also, I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail hairs. You're welcome any day. We'll discuss this wonderful idea of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies inspired by the French Maison Royale de Saint Louis. Sadly closed when the French people chose. My god, I can't even write these words down. To cut their king's head off. Such a place destined to provide a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls will surely excite my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make your project a huge success. Yours ever sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset. (1795) Ashbury Castle. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury Estate, I intend to quickly engage in the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was not impressed by your respectful approach concerning renovations on historical buildings and their preservations. I was most impressed. Not impressed, most impressed. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My only request would be to speak to you directly and not your assistants. Any evening of next month would be agreeable. You may come to the castle or I can meet you at your office as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Ooh. Portrait of Dr. Jonathan Reed by Elizabeth Ashbury, 1918.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
Portrait of Elizabeth Backwood by John Swember, 1666. Okay, she is old. I know there's something here when she kept dodging the question.
This castle is falling apart.
I don't think she really used the renovations, only for the crypt.
That sweet fragrance, Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Inverness, 18 April 1907. Dear Lady Ashbury, I write to confirm that my men will be at your castle next Monday to begin the new work on the crypt and its access. The plans have been approved, and I will personally be on site to supervise the installation of the locks and security measures you have requested. I can also assure you that my men have been briefed about never entering the crypt itself, or the second floor of the castle. I must say I am proud to continue and enhance the work started by my great-grandfather when employed by your ancestor in 1795. Very sincerely, Angus McAllister. It was not the great-grandfather, I'm sure. It was Elizabeth. Portrait of Lady Ashbury by Vincent van Gogh, 1885. Okay. Dunbarrow Sanatorium, Scotland, 99. Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for your previous letter and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It's now obvious we share an opinion concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and the cure of addiction. I must confess, I admired your charitable attitude when I met you at Dunbarrow Sanatorium. and I'm still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at the Pembroke Hospital you financed since its founding. After a few days of deliberation, I'm happy to accept your offer. It will be, for me, an occasion to get back to the busy street of London after years of public service in the beautiful but far quieter Scotland. I will be glad to meet you there and discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and how to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Yours sincerely, Dr. Edgar Swansea. I wish Swansea wouldn't have turned out as such an ass. Portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood in Versailles, 1788. I think that's still her. Oh, so this is where the crypt is.
This painting looks suspicious.
Just for safety, I wanna get some rats.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Come on.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
This one right there.
I can't believe I'm doing this. A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Oh, there's the Red Queen. So I guess the knight is William Marshall. That's the shield.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Ah, the moon.
One last switch, and...
Okay, so where is the sword? And that will open this door, okay. I'm gonna max out the blood.
This is despicable.
Okay. Inverns. 1807. Dear Miss Ashbury, when last we communicated and you asked for the convenience of a large coffin from Temple Church, London, to the crypt of Ashbury Castle in Scotland, I am happy to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that, for security reasons, guards must always protect the coffin. We have hired these individuals who will be waiting for us in London. They also have been informed that under no circumstance should the carriage try to pass the river by boat, but always by road and bridges, for the precious food and the relics inside the coffin cannot be exposed to humidity and moisture. You will find a detailed quote for the entire operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payment is received in full. Very respectfully, Samuel Lewis, independent contractor. So Ashbury smuggled a vampire here, based on what I hear. And see. At least the methods here really sound like the ones from The Strain, that series. Where is the sword? I can't find it.
It's locked, all right.
Am I just being dumb? Everything was in this room, so the sword should be here too. Behind. Wait. Oh, for a moment I saw that's Elizabeth sitting there. And then this is the flower. I used the moon already. So there's one. Oh, here.
Voila.
Ancient note. 1217. An angel came to me, blessed be to God. Michael appeared to me last night in all his glory, shaped in glorious blood, to grant me eternal life at the dusk of my life. The apparition was so sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes. Struck by the divine gift, I fell to the ground only to awake the next night. You will serve me as you served your king, said the angel before striking with all his power. You will protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I should now hide and retreat, for they consider me dead. Soon I will leave the company of men to serve my new purpose, blessed by God. 1350. Well, he was not a legendary guy, I guess. 140 years passed. Michael appeared to me last night in my retreat under the temple church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved, death is everywhere, the Black Death, an epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals all over the world. My arm is strong, in the name of God I shall smite the enemies of mankind, England shall prevail. 1569. It is almost 20 years since my fight started against the devil, and the end is uncertain. From time to time, the plague, the Black Death reappears in a village, in a town, and each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of mortal suffering. Vampires, dreadful creatures. I won't let this land collapse. Until my last breath, I will serve and protect England. 78. Tonight, in the small village of Hoddeston, I met the most delicate soul I have seen for a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak, without fearing for her own life. Her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue and most pious attitude. Her name is Elizabeth Englewood. I'm not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all his glory for the eons to come. I had a guess that William might be the husband of Elizabeth or something like that. 1618. My heart is breaking, my soul is bleeding. Tonight my dear Elizabeth left me. I have taught her all I know, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This is her wish and I will respect it. Elizabeth Englewood, my sweet daughter, is gone, for she now wants to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. I made her a promise. If she ever comes back to Hoddesdon, she will find me there managing the bull in her parents' own before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times too now that the Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. 1665. The devil is at work again. The Great Plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the bull in and go there. Once more, William Marshall shall protect the land. 1666. Why did it happen? I didn't press anything. I think if I'm AFK too long in these tags, then it goes into the menu. 1666. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God, forgive me. The terrifying creature I had to defeat was a demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire. Without the advice of Mikael, I don't know if I could have defeated my enemy. Michael, I guess. The flames cleansed the city of demons' presence, but half of London burned down. Ever since I have dreamt of a red flood of slaughter and rage. It's like the disaster had tainted my blood, my very soul. For the first time in centuries, I am afraid. I shall go back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy for my infected soul. 67. Elizabeth came to me. She said she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter. Blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate, I bit her. She fled, shocked by my betrayal. I loved and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? 1712. My prayers have been heard. I have found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I've heard you now kill and take pleasure in bloodbaths with this new progeny of yours. You're a victim in all this. What have I done? I swear I will find a way to make amends for what I have done to you. I swear I shall only rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. 1785. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Store finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol, to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against the evil creature, the Noctastrum, the eater of stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul, who brought back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord, it took me more than 100 years to find the cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end, soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me, pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt. Fuck you. Hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and to correct my mistakes, I'm ready to enjoy this excruciating pain. 1786. Ah, we are almost here. I finally managed to gather all the ingredients needed to concoct the Tear of Angels, blood of the purest heart for the fortitude, blood of a king for courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, almost made me mad by the hunger. I waited again and again until finally Elizabeth cautiously came to me. As promised, I had chained myself to be sure I would not attack her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter at first, for she only was Lady Blackwood now. The dreadful mistress of the dark, who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried for what I had inflicted onto her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her, had given her blood of hate now burning in her veins, in her soul. I told her I had found a cure, and that I had managed to create one dose of her antidote. I gave it to her, to give her back her precious, peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in my tomb, chained if necessary, to impeach me for feeding on any mortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the Tears of Angels and left. I hope to see her again soon, cured at that peace. 1794. She came back to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful. My Elizabeth, she told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of the entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I asked as I repent for all the murder source caused by my negligence of more than 100 years. My dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She has recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat. Far from temptation, far from noisy, crowded cities, I can't wait to embrace the solitude. Find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me the strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Store. without the most shameful and sensible information, of course. Soon I shall leave London to pursue my penance. There I shall find peace at last, with the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. I can't remove the fucking markers, I hate them so much. Oh, William, where are you?
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury Estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was, and still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon, who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then?
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I understand. And I respect your desire for privacy.
Thank you, Jonathan.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Okay, at this point I'm quite sure that my original husband theory is completely wrong. I kept thinking that maybe just symbolically calling him the father because he beat her after all, and he turned her. But no, I think Elizabeth might have been a little girl. Which would mean that vampires can actually grow, even when they are bitten.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes? Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
Ja, hij draait geloof me in.
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
Makes sense, yeah.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
I do not wish to discuss it.
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed you.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
And you did.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear. For it is mine,
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed me?
I had choices to make.
I forgive you, and that is my choice.
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity, as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Did I fuck it up? I think I fucked it up. Holy shit. So this was Vampire. Honestly, the game was quite good. It was a bit sloppy. The conversation camera angles were weird. A lot of times felt like that Elizabeth, for example, tries to look into the camera, which was just off-putting. And yeah, when it comes to technical aspects of the game, it was a disaster. But the story was really decent. I personally don't like this whole sudden ancient power made out of blood and what was it, goddess of war, goddess of hunger. I don't like that aspect, but everything else was really nicely done. I just wish I could have seen more of the consequences of my actions, because I didn't really feel them. And I really wonder if I would have been able to get a different ending if I wouldn't have fed on anyone, for example. I minimized feeding, honestly, and even that way, seems like Jonathan went berserk in the end. I know I don't mind that Elizabeth died. That was for the best. I don't believe Jonathan's bias there that, oh, I can save you, I can cure you. Nah. It's a too big of a risk. If another epidemic like that happens, Jonathan might not be enough to stop it anymore. But yeah, I really wonder if the very end could have been different. I think if I would have restrained myself completely. But I try to strive for a nice balance in between. That's why in the end I didn't kill the bad boot boys either. How many people I even killed? Killed that landlord who was a fucking asshole. Killed the asshole sister. Who else? I killed Joe and his son. That was something I had a hard time doing. Plus I killed 2 patients who were better off dead. One of them was just suffering constantly, and the other one was completely lunatic. Completely insane. So that's only 6. I mean, I left most of London untouched. I cured a lot of people. But I think it's not really about how many people you kill, but how your districts end up in. And I think more districts were in the bad than the good. But none of them completely collapsed. None of them. But anyway, that was Vampyr. Thank you for watching, and we will see each other in the next video, whatever it will be. Bye.